Hey y'all, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's me, your girl, Antoinette, mom, entrepreneur, manifestation expert. And today I am coming to talk to you all about procrastination. But before I get into the message for today, before we have our conversation, I do have a few announcements. First of all, don't forget this Wednesday, 7 p.m., Leslie will be joining us. She is a travel agent, so she's going to be talking to us about how she started her business and how we can do the same thing. If you want to learn how to travel and get paid to travel, definitely join us on on tomorrow at 7 p.m. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, y'all, please go to my website, internetdevelops.com. My blog is there. On my blog, my podcast is there. Show my podcast some love if you like podcasts. Last week, I dropped 2 episodes. Episode 16, we talked about what to do when your priorities compete with each other. We talked about what to do when your priorities compete with each other. So if you're somebody who, you struggle when you have two things going on at the same time and you don't know how to decide, I definitely want you to check out that episode. And then episode 15, I talked about how to create a routine that allows you to do it all. So if you are somebody who's struggling, and that's a lot of you out there, because I'm creating this content because you all have been talking to me, and I appreciate y'all so much for engaging with me. It really helps me to create content for you that's going to support you in overcoming the obstacles and the barriers that you face. So time management is one. So go check out those episodes so you can overcome those obstacles, right? And also, it's voting day, so don't forget to vote. So I definitely wanted to just say that as well. So we're going to get into today's message or the conversation. So I have found that a lot of you already know what you want to do. You want to, grow your business. You want to write your book. You want to learn how to invest in the stock market or do Bitcoin or whatever you want, Forex trading, should I say. You have these ideas and these goals that you want to accomplish, right? But there are little things, our habits that we have that prevent us from moving forward and accomplishing the goals that we say that we want to accomplish in the time that we say we want to accomplish them. And one of those major things is procrastination. Like it's so common, right? So in today's conversation, I'm going to be defining procrastination. I'm also going to discuss where procrastination stems from, like the roots behind procrastination, right? And then I'm going to share a few strategies with you that can support you in overcoming this monster of procrastination if you are someone who struggles with procrastinating, right? So please continue to listen if you are a self-proclaimed procrastinator, right? And also listen if you know some procrastinators, right? Because you can share this information with them to support them in, being more efficient in life, because procrastination cannot be the excuse that holds us back from moving forward with our dreams and our goals, okay? So procrastination, what does procrastination look like? Or what is it? Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing something. That is procrastination, right? So it could look like, for instance, when I'm on Instagram, I have these examples because a lot of my old students, follow me on Instagram. So procrastination can look like you having an assignment that's due, but you taking a long time to do it. Or I have a lot of friends who are in the human service field, so they write in grants. So procrastination is you knowing that the grant is due a month ago. Hey Noni, so you know that the grant is due a month ago, but now you want to wait before the night before to get the grant done. That's procrastination, right? You're postponing and delaying something, right? This is what it sounds like if you don't know what procrastination is. It could be like, oh, I don't know where to start, right? But are you trying to figure out how to start, right? That's you delaying something. It might be you having a goal to reach, but now you saying, I'm just going to watch one more episode of my favorite show. For me, it would be like Divorce Court or Saints and Sinners, because that's my show right now. But that's you putting your favorite show before the goals that you say you want to accomplish, right? That's procrastination. So, let's talk about where procrastination stems from, because as I was doing my research, I found that procrastination stems from three certain areas. So, first of all, procrastination stems from fear, right? Fear. So, when you procrastinate, are you procrastinating because you might not want to have this conversation with your partner or this boss or whatever this conversation may be that's going to be transformational in your life, but because you are scared, you're not going to have that conversation? Or are you scared to try that new thing because you're scared to fail, or you're um scared to make mistakes, right? Or you scared that you might do it bad, so your fear is stopping you from moving forward. So that's one form of procrastination, right? That's where procrastination stems from. Or it could be perfectionism. Now, this is me, and as I was doing, I didn't even realize that this was a form of procrastination. So this really hit me because I also read, I do a lot of reading. So when I was reading on birth orders, they say that when you're the firstborn child, or if you're the only child, you really struggle with perfectionism. And I know that's true because I am the firstborn child, but I was the only child for 13 years, but I'm also the firstborn child. So on my mom's side. So I do struggle with perfectionism. So perfectionism is the refusal to accept any standard short of perfection, right? Um, Perfectionism is rooted in fear and insecurity, and it's so true. And do you know that perfectionism is all about how you was raised? It stems from, and it's rooted in fear and insecurity. Sometimes I say that I was raised in fear. My mom had to put certain things in me so that I would be prepared and ready early, right? So that's a lot of perfectionism. So it looks like this is what perfectionism looks like: the desire to avoid failure or harsh judgment, right? When you're a perfectionist, you set unrealistically high expectations, and you can't reach them. So you feel bad when you don't reach them, although it was already an unrealistic expectation in the first place. So now you start having all these feelings of low self-esteem, depression, self-doubt. You start criticizing yourself, right? Because this is all a root of perfectionism, and all of this prevents you from moving forward with your goals, which is all about procrastination, right? And that's what we're talking about today: we're talking about procrastination, right? And how you can get over your procrastination. So you got to know where it comes from. So is it rooted in fear? Is it rooted in perfectionism? Or is it rooted in disorganization? So some of us, you might think that a lot of the procrastination that is being experienced out here is due to your fear and due to your perfectionism, but it's really not. Do you know that most procrastination is due to the fact that you are disorganized in your life? Like, it's those moments where you ever have a moment where you done planned out your whole day, right? You're gonna be so productive, right? But now you about to go outside to be productive, and now you can't find your keys. So now you got to spend the whole hour looking for your keys, right? Or this is me, because I'm working at home, right? So I got all my stuff ready for me, and I get in the bed and I'm all ready to do my work, and guess what? Now I can't find a pen. So now I got to spend 30 minutes looking for a pen, and I'm just like, what the heck? So did you know that a lot of our procrastination is because we are disorganized, right? So here's what you can do about your procrastination if it stems from fear. If your procrastination is rooted from fear, first of all, let me tell you, I know wholeheartedly about fear and procrastination and just being scary, period. Like I told y'all, I was gonna fail speech class because I was scared to go up there and speak in front of people. Like I wasn't playing. I have a whole fear of speaking, but I'm doing it right now, right? So I'm also a firm believer that you got to feel the fear and do it anyway. So that's how you can get over fear. So first and foremost, you got to breathe, right? You got to breathe. Just breathe in and out, right? And then you got to ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Really ask yourself, regarding the situation that's bringing about fear in you, what's the worst that can happen if it was to happen, right? What's going to happen? No, you're not going to die. And that's the real worst that can happen. So if you're not going to die, just keep moving forward. So you got to feel the fear and do it anyway, right? So say if you struggle from perfectionism, right? And so Noni, you said that's you, that's me too. Here's what we can do as perfectionists to support us in moving forward when it stops us from when this thing creeps up inside of us. So one of the things we have to do is we have to practice mindfulness, right? We got to just stay in the moment, right? We also got to practice compassionate self-talk. We always talk about positive self-talk, but compassionate self-talk is just like you have to, show yourself grace. Like, let yourself know that you came a long way, right? So we have to talk good to ourselves, right? And also, as perfectionists, we have to realize that this journey is beautiful. It's all about the journey and not about the destination. And one time my pop-up used to say, or not one time, my pop-up used to always say that practice makes improvement. He never used to say that practice makes perfect. He used to always say that practice makes improvement, because there's no such thing as perfection. There is no such thing. So us as perfectionists, we also have to list are our best friend, because as perfectionists we are chasing this perfect view, this perfect vision, but it doesn't exist. So when we write down what it is that we're looking for, what it is that we really want to achieve, right? When we write it down, what it looks like, when we begin to cross those things off our list, it makes it real for us. Right? Because we're not chasing this thing called perfection anymore. We actually know what it is that we're looking for. So that's why I am a firm believer of writing down my list and figuring out what it is I got to do on a weekly basis and working towards that, and not this thing called perfection, because I know that I am a perfectionist, and I also know that it does not exist. It doesn't exist, right? So that's what we have to do, right, as perfectionists. Now, if you're someone who struggles from if your procrastination is rooted in disorganization, one of the things that you have to do is you have to evaluate how you spend your time. First of all, you need to listen to all my podcasts on time management, because I be having the same conversation with you people about time management, and I just be telling you, just listen to my podcast, just do what I say, but y'all don't listen. Y'all start listening to me, okay? But anyway, you got to evaluate how you spend your time if you're disorganized, right? You also gotta, once you evaluate how you spend your time, and how I like to do that is I have a worksheet called Define Your 24, and I like to figure out how I'm spending my time, right? Especially when I'm going through different phases and different seasons of my life. And right now I'm going through a different season and a different phase. So I'm heavily using those worksheets right now, and they really definitely work, right? So you want to also create that new vision. And if you're disorganized, planning and prioritizing is key. It's key to your success. Planning and prioritizing, right? And you want to give everything a home. So those are some things that you can do if you are a procrastinator. And I just wanted to come on today, y'all, and share with you all, I wanted to tell you or inform you about procrastination, let you know really what it looks like. But then I wanted to give you some tips, tools, and strategies that can support you in overcoming this monster, because this cannot be the thing that holds us back. This cannot be the thing that prevents us from moving forward with our goals. Okay, whatever goal you have in you, move forward. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let disorganization stop you. Don't let perfectionism stop you, right? Don't let the excuse of procrastination stop you from moving forward, okay? We got things to do. We're not playing small in 2020 and beyond, okay? So that's what I wanted to say to y'all today. Please, y'all, go check out my website, Internet Develops, right? Look at my blog. Check out my podcast episodes. Share them. Subscribe. It's really going to help me out. And if you're somebody who needs support in getting clear about what it is that you're working towards, you need support in taking action in your life, I am your girl. I encourage you to press that link in my description and schedule your clarity session today, so we can figure out how I can support you in reaching your goals. All right. And I'll talk to you later. Share this live with a friend if you loved it. Thank you.